In a previous video, I told you that we have a really cool trick for times 9, and we call the trick take one off, make 9. Now sometimes that can be a little confusing if you're not sure what I'm talking about, and this is a strategy that we just learned in the recent week and had a lot of boys and girls absent, and so I wanted to make sure that I kind of went through the lesson that we did on times 9 so that everyone can see that pattern and really understand what take one off, make 9 really means. So we had a little bit of fun with our times 9. We listed out all of the facts, times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, all the way to times 10, and we listed out the products with their answers: 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, and 90. And then we started looking at the patterns and discussing it in class. And many of the boys and girls really started to notice that in the tens place, and I highlighted the numbers yellow, we noticed that the digits range from 0 all the way down to 9 in order. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they also noticed that in the ones place, the digits went from 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And so we talked about those patterns and how cool that was and how we could maybe use those patterns to help us to multiply. But just knowing that is only going to help us if we actually list all of these facts out in order, and we don't want to have to do that every single time. So we started looking at some other patterns. Now the boys and girls, if you kind of look at the orange, the boys and girls started to notice that the products at the top kind of matched the products at the bottom. And so what I mean by that is I kind of connected those with an orange line. It went from 0, 9, and down at the bottom you see 9, 0. Up at the top you see 1, 8, and down at the bottom you see 8, 1. 2, 7, 7, 2, 3, 6, 6, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4. And when we started looking at those, boys and girls started to notice that the digits equaled 9. So 0 plus 9 is 9, 1 plus 8 is 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, 3 plus 6 is 9, 4 plus 5 is 9, 5 plus 4 is 9, and so on. So when we started looking at that pattern, boys and girls started to notice that the digits in all of the products, when you add the digits together, equal 9. That kind of goes along with our make 9. Then we started looking at the relationship of the factor and the beginning of our product. And what I mean by that is if you multiply by 1, of course in the tens place you have a 0. And we put that there just so that they could see that pattern. If you're multiplying by 2, then the product starts with a 1. If you multiply by 3, the product is going to start with a 2. If you multiply by 4, the product will start with a 3, and so on all the way down the row. And so that became a really cool pattern that we could pick up on and be able to multiply anything times 9 through times 10, of course, and get the answer really quickly. And that's where the take one off comes in. So anytime we multiply a number, let's just skip to, like, say 9 times 6, we could just think, okay, if it's 9 times 6, I can take one off. That will be a 5. And then I'm going to make my digits equal 9, so the answer is 54. If I have 9 times 3, I can take one off. My answer will start with a 2, and then I can make my digits equal 9, so my answer will be 27. So that is the trick of take one off, make 9. So especially if you were absent this week, go ahead and go through several times 9 facts and give that a shot. That becomes a strategy that we can do almost as quickly as we can times 10, when all you have to do is put a 0 on the end. If you know that anything times 9, you can just take one off the factor and then make your digits equal 9. It's something that you can do very quickly without using your fingers, without skip counting, and it becomes a very, very quick and fluent fact.